Good afternoon and welcome to the St. Paul Fire Class of 2025A graduation ceremony. My name is Jeremy Baker. I am the Deputy Chief in charge of the Training Division for the St. Paul Fire Department. I've had the pleasure and responsibility to oversee the Recruit Academy for your loved one over these last few months. This ceremony is the culmination of 14 weeks of intense and comprehensive training and builds upon over 170 years of proud tradition and service to the residents and visitors of the city of St. Paul.
Class of 2025, prepare to face, left, face.
Take your seats. The St. Paul Fire Department Local 21 Honor Guard will now present the colors. Please stand and remain standing during the posting of the colors.
Attention all uniformed personnel, reset arms. Order arms.
You may all be seated. We'd like to thank the members of the St. Paul Firefighters Local 21 Honor Guard for their presentation and dedication to the department. Becoming a firefighter for the city of St. Paul is not easy. We as a department and as a city have high expectations of you all. You have chosen to join a department that values the role of public servant, one that you have come to understand as your role in and out of the fire stations. Your desire and willingness to make a career out of public service and your hard work to make it so are the things we celebrate today. In a short 14 weeks, you have risen to every challenge we laid before you, worked diligently to be in the best physical shape of your life, and studied every lesson we assigned to you, all to be prepared to serve the residents and visitors of St. Paul. We are honored to have some special guests here today to help us celebrate your achievement and your willingness to serve. The Mayor of St. Paul, Melvin Carter, City Council members, Chief Inks, leadership from the St. Paul Fire Department. Thank you all for helping us celebrate the accomplishments and dedication to public service of these 21 soon-to-be firefighters. Fire Chief Butch Inks has served the city for nearly 41 years and came from our own ranks. He now steers the department with the knowledge of where we have been while pushing us to where we are going. He has challenged the status quo and held steadfast to the traditions that make us one of the best fire departments in the country. It is my pleasure to invite our Fire Chief, Butch Inks, to the podium. Chief.
Thank you, everyone. 41 years. That either makes me super old or the city hired me when I was 5. I'm not sure what it is, but anyway, my name is Butch Inks, and I have the privilege of serving as the chief of the St. Paul Fire Department. It's an honor to stand before you today as we recognize and celebrate the graduation of 21 outstanding women and men who joined the proud traditions of the St. Paul firefighters. Before we go further, I want to extend a heartfelt thanks to our distinguished guests who are with us today, who have sent their support. Your presence reaffirms the commitment to public safety and the future of our fire service. Mayor Melvin Carter, Deputy Mayor Jamie Tincher, who cannot be here today, members of the St. Paul City Council, members of the St. Paul Fire Local 21. I think Chief Henry is here, our police chief, who's the chief of what I'd like to call the best police department there is. Welcome and thank you everyone for coming. To our incredible training staff, thank you. Your professionalism, time, and heart have helped shape this class into the firefighters we welcome today. You sacrificed weekends and evenings, and you poured your energy into preparing them for the responsibilities ahead. Your work lays the foundation for our department's future. I also want to take a moment to recognize our incredible administrative support staff. This is an area I sometimes forget, and forgive me for doing that in the past, but the behind-the-scenes professionals are the backbone of our operations, handling logistics, scheduling coordination, and countless details that allow us to function efficiently and stay focused on our mission. Their dedication ensures that academies like this run smoothly and that our department continues to deliver high-quality service to our community. And today has not happened without them, and we are deeply grateful for their contributions. Today we're not just celebrating a graduation, we're celebrating a commitment. A commitment from these 21 individuals who serve with honor, courage, and compassion. And a commitment from this department to continue to build a team that reflects the best of St. Paul. This class is something special. The city residents, businesses, and visitors will benefit from the diversity or thought, skills, and perspective you bring. And I was just talking to the mayor and to my wife. Since just taking over as the fire chief in 2018, this marks the 11th academy we've graduated. It marks over 200 new firefighters we've hired, and not to mention the 50-plus BLS employees we've hired. So since 2018, our department, this leadership group and the people of this department are responsible for adding almost 50% of this department. So that's a huge accomplishment. So. As I said, this class brings something special. The city residents, businesses, and visitors benefit from the diversity, thought, and skills perspective you bring. And I say that again because 6 of you are past or current residents of St. Paul, showing a deep personal investment in the communities they now protect. 2 earned their EMT certification through our EMS Academy, part of our efforts to open doors for local talent. 5 served in our BLS division as EMTs, gaining firsthand experience responding to the needs of our community. And that makes 7 of today's graduates alumni of our department's internal Pathways programs, a Pathways program that is developed to where truly a 16-year-old kid can join our they can join our Explorer program that last year at the state fair took first place as the best Explorer program in the state of Minnesota. They can leave that Explorer program and enter our EMS Academy, where they can get hired as an EMT in our department, and through work in our BLS division, and from there they can promote to the rank of firefighter, the rank of FEO driver, the rank of captain, district chief, deputy chief, assistant chief, and if you'd like to be the fire chief, that 16-year-old kid has a path to make it to this spot today. So, another big accomplishment of ours. Another thing that this class brings are, there are 4 women in this class, helping us grow into a fire service that reflects a full strength in the diversity of our city. 5 that served in the United States military. Thank you for your service, bringing invaluable discipline, resilience, and dedication to public service. And notably, 5 are legacies, the sons, daughters, and relatives of firefighters who served before them. They carry forward a family tradition of service that speaks of the strength and pride of our department. And we were talking before that this is the first class in my recollection that we have 2 brothers that are coming on in the same class. And no kidding, jokingly, as we're doing the hiring process, I thought, well, how can we only hire 1? What would Christmas be like if we did that? So, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. That's great. This graduating class brings us to 19 firefighters above our authorized staffing level, a remarkable achievement in today's challenging recruitment effort. This added capacity strengthens our daily operations and supports expanded service delivery. It allows us to fully staff our newest Fire Station 7 and Station 3, set to open this summer, adding an additional fire station to our system, moving from 15 fire stations to 16 fire stations. It allows us to better meet the steadily increasing needs for our service and operate Minnesota's first electric fire engine, which is already in service here in St. Paul. While this class is not the first to complete our revised hiring and screening process, they are a clear reflection of its success. The diversity and strong representation from our internal pathways programs demonstrate that our commitment to inclusive, community-based recruitment is working, and it's shaping the future of our department for the better. Recruits, you're joining a department that is forward-thinking and solution-focused. We are growing our internal paramedic program, and I understand a few of you have already expressed interest in becoming paramedics. That's where you go, yes, I am very interested. Very interested. We're increasing our support for mental health and wellness and implementing strategies to meet the rising demand for our emergency services. To our graduates, my charge to you is this: live out our core values of professionalism, respect, integrity, duty, and equity every day. Whether you're in uniform or not, whether you're on shift or off shift, the public trust you inherit today has been earned by generations before you. It is now yours to uphold. You've been trained, mentored, and supported, and now it's your turn to do the same. Be the firefighter who helps others rise, be the leader who inspires the next generation, and be the reason someone believes they belong here at St. Paul Fire. To the families in the audience, including my wife, Erica, thank you. We know your service comes in the form of sacrifice. We know it comes in the form of support. And we know it comes in the form of the strength behind the scenes. We see you. I see you. And we honor you. Thank you. To the graduates, welcome to the St. Paul Fire Department. Be proud of how far you've come and ready for the responsibility ahead. You now carry the legacy and promise of one of the finest, well, I wouldn't say one of the finest fire department in Minnesota. May your careers be strong, or long, safe, and impactful. Congratulations to the newest members of the St. Paul Fire Department. Thank you. I'd like now to welcome Mayor Carter to the stage and podium. Mayor Carter's have long been friends and a supporter of the St. Paul Fire Department. I talk about us being 19 above our authorized strength. That's Mayor Carter believing in us in a system that allows us to hire above and to keep a full complement of responders always for the St. Paul Fire Department. What we experience here, many, if not all, other departments aspire to become. So, and it's because of Mayor Carter and his commitment to public safety in this city that we're allowed to do that. So, it's my honor. It's my honor to welcome the Honorable Mayor Melvin Carter to the stage. Not only a teammate of Team St. Paul and our enterprise, but someone I truly call a friend. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you all for being here. This is a good day. It's graduation day in the city of St. Paul. Congratulations. Give them a round of applause. I'll agree with Chief Inks on a few things and disagree with him on one. I agree with Chief Inks that we have the finest police department in the nation. I certainly agree with Chief Inks that we have the finest fire department in the nation. Those things are true because we have the most innovative departments in the nation. We have departments who wake up every day, leaders in this department, down to every member in every station, who wake up every day trying to figure out, what does our city need tomorrow? How do we bring fresh results? How do we bring fresh approaches to the new problems, the new challenges facing our city, not just repeat some of the old processes that we've inherited? One of my favorite things to do these days is to sort of crowdsource definitions of words from the folks I talk to. And the first word I often ask folks for is the definition of the word precedent. Please. I was talking to our recruits backstage, our graduates backstage, and I walked in and I said, "How you guys doing?" And they said, "Good, sir." And I said, No. The ceremony hasn't started yet. We don't have to be formal like that. I'm just checking in. And somebody said, "At ease," and everybody started to relax a little bit. And I said, "How you guys doing?" And they said, "Good, sir." So seriously, in relaxed mode, like definition of the word precedent. I know you know. You do know. Yes. The way things have always been done. And we inherit in government services. We inherit in public safety services approaches. We inherit in the public sector all over the place. We inherit the precedents that we follow. The second word I like to ask people to define for me is the word insanity, which is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. We're getting new results in St. Paul because we've decided that our job is more than just doing the same things over and over again. We're getting new results in St. Paul because our fire department has determined that we need a new station for the east side. Our fire department has determined that expanding the ranks of our department would work a little bit better, that thinking about our mission a little bit more broadly to include things like our CARES team, to include things like the BLS and EMS Academy that the chief was just talking about, to ensure that there's that pathway for that young person growing up in our rec center to become the chief of police in the city is available and it's possible. And the chief knows that because he is an example of a young person who grew up working in our rec centers who went on to become the fire chief of our city. The new results, the better results that we're posting in our city is a direct result. And this is where I'll disagree with the chief on one thing. He said all this progress that we're making is because of me and because of my example or because of whatever he said. That's kind of you to say, and I appreciate that. But I wake up every day clear that the progress we're making in the city is due to the people who put on these uniforms, the people who serve as our support team throughout every single city department, and frankly because of the incredible support that we experience for our fire department, that we experience for our police department, that we experience for our parks and rec and libraries, and all of the core missions that we do from the community members who we serve. So I just want to say the reason it's important for me and you to understand that our progress to this date isn't because of me. It's because I need you to understand that our progress forward from this date won't be because of me either. Our progress forward from your graduation will be because you brought your full self into this role. Somebody interviewed you. Somebody interviewed a lot of people. And they looked at you and they said, this is who we need as a St. Paul firefighter. They looked at you. They looked at your background. They looked at your skills. They looked at your expertise. They looked at the way you look at the world, your perspectives. They looked at everything that you brought into that interview, everything that you brought into that space. And they said, this is someone who we need on our St. Paul Fire Department. My request for you is just do that. Bring your full self into this space. My request for you is to ask questions. My request for you is to think critically. My request for you is to challenge all of our status quos and push us to be the department that we have to be for tomorrow, not just the department that we were on the day that you graduated. People ask me on occasion what my vision is for the city of St. Paul, and my one-word answer is irrelevant. It doesn't matter what I sit in my office and dream up for this city. The only thing that matters when our young children who are in this audience today, when they get to the point where it's time for them to decide where to plant their careers, where to grow their families, where to build their businesses, what will they be looking for? And how do we begin now moving our city to be, engineering our city to be that for them? In truth, just by virtue of age, many of you are experts on that topic, more so than I am, even more so than our incredible fire chief can be, which is why we need you kind of bringing that forward. A couple of words of advice, and I'll get out of your way. One, you got into these chairs because you worked very, very hard. The work that it takes to become a firefighter is important, and it's sacred because it prepares you for the work that it takes to be a firefighter. You haven't just chosen to sign up for a job. You haven't even chosen a career. You've chosen a lifestyle. You've chosen a personality. You've chosen to literally be a hero for our community. And that is something that is sacred and profound anywhere you do it. But you didn't choose to do it anywhere. You chose to do it in the finest fire department on the planet. That raises the bar. That raises the stakes even higher. That raises the amount of work that it requires to stay in front, to stay on top, to stay innovative, to stay focused toward tomorrow. That raises the bar of all of those things. Two, you didn't do it by yourselves. You did it alongside one another. I know that we have 2 firefighters in our graduating class who are siblings, but let me tell you, we have 21 who are brothers and sisters. And you join as brothers and sisters in a large department of people who literally must have each other's backs in order for anything to work. So continue to push forward in the way that you got here, by working very hard, by studying hard, by thinking hard, by counting on one another, depending on one another, and supporting one another. If we're being honest, part of those precedents that we inherited are precedents, particularly in our public safety spaces, that value a bravado, sometimes in a way that can be self-harming. As we talk about the new things that we've put in place, some of those new things are washing machines. Some of those new things are saunas. Some of those new things are the practices and the procedures and the processes that we need you to fulfill in order to protect yourself as we experience a nationwide increase in cancer incidences among firefighters. Some of those new things are mental health supports that we need you to take advantage of within the city to make sure one of the most selfless things that you can do is invest in your own ability to sustain the sacred work that you've signed up for into the long term. We need you to do those things for yourself, and we need you to push each other to practice well-being and taking care, that doing those self-cares. The final thing I'll say is this: I have never had the pleasure or privilege of serving this city in uniform as you will. I do know what it feels like as the son of a retired St. Paul police officer to be a family member in this space. I do know what it feels like to send a loved one to work, to see something on the news, or to hear a siren and say that quiet prayer because you know that your loved one is putting themselves in harm's way for the good of our community. There is no greater love than someone who would lay down their life, someone who would put themselves in harm's way for someone else. That's the work that you do. Your family members, your friends, your community members who are here, are here to do so much more than just applaud you as you walk across this stage today. They are here, and somebody stop me if I'm wrong. Not really. They are here because they're invested in you. They are here because they love you. They are here because when you come home from a tough shift, they're available for you to call and just say, hey, I need to check in with somebody. They are here because if and when they think that you need to do something better to take amazing care of yourself, they're going to call you and get into your business. Am I right? Am I right? And so my final piece of advice is use your team. Use your team. Use your team. It will be obvious when the bell rings and the rig pulls out and you pull up on the scene of an emergency. It will be obvious which people in uniform are your team. But I need you to understand that your team is so much bigger than that. Your team includes the men and women of our St. Paul Fire Department. Your team includes the men and women of our newly formed Office of Neighborhood Safety. Your team includes the chief. It includes the administration. It includes my office and my administration and me. It includes every single person who works in every single office in the city of St. Paul, and it includes all of the neighbors who you've signed up to serve. Use your team. Use your full team. Use each other and keep on working as hard as you've worked to get here, and you will usher the city of St. Paul. You will usher the St. Paul Fire Department, and you will usher our broader community into an incredibly bright future. Thank you so much, and congratulations to the class of 2025.
You know, I wrote the order of speakers. It is a mistake I will not make again. Thank you, Mayor Carter and Chief Inks. Both Chief Inks and Mayor Carter spoke about a team, and it does take that same team that you just heard Mayor Carter speak about to bring you to today and beyond. The people that were with you day in and day out for the last 14 weeks are the team that I'm going to speak about now. A successful firefighter training academy requires a significant team effort. The time investment occurs not only during the actual weeks of the academy, but also in the months of advanced work building on years of training and experience. It is no small feat to provide a recruit academy with all the training and instruction they need to meet all the hazards that will be thrown at them, and to do so in 14 weeks is nothing short of incredible. I would like to take a moment to recognize those that made sure your firefighter was ready in every way possible. Please stand when your name is called. Captain Jeremy Maxey. Captain Maxey was integral in the planning and operation of this academy and 9 academies before this one. He is a 17-year veteran of the St. Paul Fire and a 32-year military veteran, and has been helping run our training division for the last 6 years. Training Assistant Megan Rossler-Turner. Megan is a 14-year veteran firefighter paramedic of St. Paul Fire. Megan ran the day-to-day planning and logistics of this academy. This is the hardest job in any academy, and she does it well, along with a dozen other duties that she manages. Captain Brian Buxton, Captain Jim Chandler, Captain Meg Emerson, firefighter Scott Weeks made up the instructor cadre. These are the instructors that provided knowledge, skills, technique, physical fitness, motivation, and a few laughs every minute of every day for 14 weeks. This training staff in the Academy instructor cadre is made up of high performers who selflessly give their time, knowledge, and experience to prepare the next generation of firefighters. This group, along with many others, taught, mentored, motivated, guided, and worked out with the 21 graduates seated before you to get them to this stage. Without them, these 21 would not be as prepared to take on any challenge put before them as they are. Please give these dedicated firefighters a round of applause.
The fire service in general, and the St. Paul Fire Department in particular, is known for its many traditions. A relatively new tradition that started in 2011 is the selection of a top recruit. The top recruit award is determined by several criteria: academic grades, practical skills performance, training staff review, and peer review process, where each member of the class ranks all the other members of their class in consideration of test scores, leadership, integrity, and character. As we analyzed the numbers for this class, it was a very close competition between several individuals who excelled in the different criteria. One individual did come out on top, though, and we would like to acknowledge as the class of 2025A top recruit, Firefighter Brandecker. Congratulations. Thank you, instructors. There are two other traditions that we include in the graduation ceremonies. The first is the elected class speaker. The class elected Tony Lease to speak on their behalf. Firefighter Lease.
Good afternoon. A paraphrased quote from the late FDNY Chief Edward Croker. When a person becomes a firefighter, their greatest act of bravery has been accomplished. What they do after that is all in the line of work. On a snowy, blustery February morning, we all walked through the training center doors for the opportunity of a lifetime. At that point, we were all individuals. We would soon find out from Captain Buxton that we were not unique, no matter what our moms told us. Some of us were nervous, some excited, but all of us determined. I myself was one of the nervous ones. The social circles in St. Paul's orbit are rampant with rumors and stories of how hard this academy is. Our first day's PT was multiple laps in the training tower, wearing our new-to-us bunker gear. With each lap, the instructors asking for more effort. Each time Captain Buxton told us to go again, someone would groan. At about the third instance, Cadet Brandecker turned around and to the group shouted, "We get to go again. We get to run this tower." But day one was just that, the beginning. This class bonded quickly, and each one of us earned a nickname. Cheddar, Bing Bong, Daddy, Ear, or just yelling Susie Metch's last name. It wasn't long before the locker room in the mornings turned into what we would later hear referred to as smoking and joking. We've also been pushed to our limits, and for some, past our limits. Whether it was the 2,220 steps that it took to get to the top of the Point apartment buildings 3 times, somber hero workouts to commemorate the fallen, study groups for weeks filled with multiple tests, or what felt like endless burpees, of which we have done 1,434. We've pulled each other up, we've leaned on each other, we've been soaked through by smoke and sweat. Through all of this, we've learned to trust each other. Because in this line of work, trust isn't just a necessity, it's a lifeline. There was one pivotal moment personally for me during the first week. We had just ended our day with an absolute bruiser of a workout that left me shamefully doubting myself. I was leaving the classroom, walking across the parking lot, looked up, and coincidentally made eye contact with our very own Assistant Chief Farina. Chief shot me a big smile, and he says, "Hey, it's Tony, right?" We had a brief conversation about putting in work, not losing focus, but the part of that interaction that left me humbled was that during only the first week, Chief Farina already knew me by name. It was that moment that solidified in me that anything less than 110% is simply not in the cards. Not only for myself, but to not let my family down, my classmates down, nor this department. Our instructors are showing up every day. Chief Baker and the training staff show up every day. So now it was on all of us to show up and put in the work. And here we are. Many of us thought we'd given up a lot to be here for this opportunity, but we were continually being asked for more, to give more. We would constantly hear, just as we were about to break, that we needed to figure it out. We needed to find that thing inside of us. The cadre knew that there was more inside for us to give. And for that, we owe them a great debt. They were hard on us because this job demands the best. When we would get ourselves into a bind, it was never a rush to fix it or to scold us. We would simply hear in a calm tone, "So now what?" The countless feet of hose we've deployed, all the doors that we've forced, every scenario that we've drilled, it wasn't only about muscle memory. It was about building the mindset and heart of a firefighter. To find a way to calm your mind and think critically when your adrenaline is full gas, the courage and confidence to stand between danger and a stranger, the humility to know that the badge we wear isn't a mark of status, it's a promise. To thank you all for shaping us with your experience, your toughness, and your belief in our potential. To our families and loved ones, you are the reason we could give so much of ourselves to this process. You supported us through every early morning, every late night, every sore muscle and moment of doubt. Thank you for your patience, your sacrifices, and most of all, your belief in us. To my fellow graduates, it is an honor to speak on your behalf, albeit being called the class dad. Please never forget the pride you feel today. Carry it into every call, every challenge, every 2 a.m. tone. Stay sharp, but stay humble, and always look out for each other. Graduating from this academy doesn't mark an ending. It marks a beginning. From this moment forward, when someone dials 911, it could be us who answers. And they don't care about our test scores or awards. They care that we show up ready and strong, that we show up at our best on their worst day, that we respond with dedication, skill, and compassion. That is the true honor of being a St. Paul firefighter. Thank you.
Thank you, Firefighter Lise. The second tradition we would like to share with you is a class video. The class video is meant to give you an idea of some of the things your friend or loved one has experienced as part of their academy.
It's just the beasts under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Exit light, end of night, grain of sand. Exit light, end of night. Take my hand, off to never, never land. Yeah, yeah. Yo. I see your dirty face, hide behind your collar. What is done in vain? Truth is hard to swallow, so you pray to God to justify the way you live a lie, live a lie, live a lie. And you take your time, and you do your crime. Well, you made your bed, I made mine. Because when I arrive, I'll bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher, what this is. Forgot, I must now remind you. Let it rock, let it rock, let it rock. Now the son's disgraced, he who knew his father when he cursed his name, turned and chased the dollar, but it broke his heart, so he stuck his middle finger to the world, to the world, to the world. And you take your time, and you stand in line, where you get what's yours. I got mine. Because when I arrive, I'll bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher, what this is. Forgot, I must now remind you. Let it rock, let it rock, let it rock. Because when I arrive, I'll bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher, what this is. Forgot, I must now remind you. Let it rock, let it rock, let it rock. Just let it rock, let it rock, let it rock. Let it of history. It's caged and frozen still. There is no other pill to take. So swallow the one that made you ill. Maria, Rafika, La Santa Maria, the Lucid, the rapist, the fields overseer, the agents of Orange, the priest of Hiroshima, the cost of my desire to sleep now in the fire.
We are adding what we hope to be a new tradition within the Recruit Academy graduation ceremony. Chief Martha Fecht and Firefighter Sarah Reasoner, can you join me down here? We're going to recognize persons who embody one of the goals of the city. At SPFD, we endeavor to have a department that, as closely as possible, mirrors the makeup of the city we serve. To that end, we have built a program whose mission is to show women that the fire service is a career opportunity for them, help prepare them for the Recruit Academy, and ultimately to be successful as a St. Paul firefighter. Twin Cities Female Firefighter Fitness, or TCF3, is a group of our very own female firefighters who are seeking interested women, showing them that they could do this job, and building a community to support them as they do. Chief Fecht and Firefighter Reasoner are the two co-leads of this program and are here with me to recognize the success stories within this academy. We have 4 females in this recruit class who, in one way or another, participated in and found community and support from TCF3. When I call your name, please stand. Hannah Lundstrom. Olivia Weinberger. Allie Murphy. And Susie Mensch. We celebrate your success and welcome you into the fire service.
Good afternoon. I'm Captain Maxey, one of the training assistants out at training. I'll say a few words to the class. Class of 2025A, congratulations. You are sitting in the seats right now that many people have sought and are still seeking. To be in these seats over the past 14 weeks, you have endured a rigorous and demanding fire academy. You have been pushed in the classroom with seemingly never-ending lessons, materials to digest, and tests to pass. You have been pushed in physical training to be in the best shape of your life and exceed your own limits. Capable of climbing many flights of stairs and fighting a fire at the top when you get there. You have been pushed to adapt and overcome when an obstacle is placed in your path and work as a team throughout all. You have been pushed and you have succeeded. You will walk out of this academy and this graduation with the necessary skills to save lives, save property, and help thousands of people on what may be their worst days of their lives. In just a few minutes, you will be presented with a badge, signifying your willingness to put the lives of others before your own. You have worked hard for this honor. The badge is not just a piece of metal. It is a symbol that carries an obligation to protect and save those in need. We are not giving you a badge. You have earned it and should be proud to wear it. Your successful completion of the Fire Academy is a testament to your work ethic, your passion for the job, and your mental toughness. It is no small accomplishment. The firefighters in the audience today and the ones working on the streets of St. Paul this very minute take pride in being a St. Paul firefighter. Pride in successfully completing the same academy you all just did. Pride in working hard in all facets of the job, and pride in serving and protecting all those we come in contact with. Carry that pride and use it to continue the job of being the best firefighter, EMT, or paramedic you can. Recruits, you are moving forward into a new chapter of your career. You are about to be promoted to the position of firefighter. Your challenge from today on is to continue to grow in your knowledge and skill, to stay fit and capable, and to learn each day that you come to work. Recruits, prepare to receive your badges. Eric Aviles Rizzo. Austin Brandecker. Patrick Dowd. Manuel Fortoso. Cole Heather. Simon Heck. Will Herzog. Gunnar Johnson. Tanner Johnson. Tony Leese. Hannah Lundstrom. Billy Murph. Susie Mensch. Allie Murphy. Tanner Ruiz. Jordan Sadowski. Cooper Schumacher. Blaze Todd. Rex Todd. Olivia Weinberger. Christopher Wright.
Class of 2025, prepare to face, left face.
Take your seats.
You can go ahead and just put your stuff under your seat, that'd be great, and go ahead and stand again. Promise I'm not messing with you. Yeah, there's a point, so. At this time, I'm going to administer the St. Paul Firefighter's oath. So please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name. Solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States.
solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
That of the state of Minnesota.
that of the state of Minnesota,
All ordinances of the city of St. Paul.
all ordinances of the city of St. Paul,
And the rules and regulations of this department.
and the rules and regulations of this department.
I will strive to maintain
I will strive to maintain
a spirit of teamwork and cooperation
a spirit of teamwork and cooperation
with all personnel.
with all personnel.
I will seek to give only the highest example
I will seek to give only the highest example
of honesty, integrity, and good citizenship.
of honesty, integrity, and good citizenship.
I understand my behavior on and off duty
I understand my behavior on and off duty
affects the reputations of all firefighters.
affects the reputations of all firefighters.
I will at all times uphold the highest standard
I will at all times uphold the highest standard
of a professional firefighter
of a professional
and the proud traditions of the St. Paul Fire Department. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the class of 2025A of our newest St. Paul firefighters.
You can take your seats again. Receiving your badge and pinning it on for the first time carries a lot of symbolism and has been an honor that each recruit bestows upon someone meaningful in their lives. We have 5 legacies in this academy, meaning they have or had immediate family members on the job. With those 5 and the person or persons you have chosen to pin on your badge, please join us on stage. Come on up and stand by your loved one. As you can see, standing behind me, firefighting for these recruits is a family affair. I'm going to call each of their names and have them come to the middle for their badge to be pinned on for the very first time. Billy Mirth. Billy is the son of Bill Mirth, who retired as a St. Paul firefighter after 24 years of service and is the brother of current firefighters Steve and Caleb. Gunnar Johnson. Gunnar is the son of Jeff Johnson, who retired after 22 years of service on the St. Paul Fire Department. Tanner Ruiz. Tanner is the son of Gary Ruiz, who is in his 24th year of serving on the St. Paul Fire Department. Blaze and Brex Todd. Blaze and Brex are the sons of Frank Todd, who is in his 27th year of serving on the St. Paul Fire Department. In just a moment at the conclusion of the ceremony, we encourage you all to come down and pin on badges and take photos and such. On behalf of Chief Inks and the entire St. Paul Fire Department, we wish you a long, safe, and successful career. Welcome to the fire family. And last but far from least, special thanks to all she does for the fire department and for the training division in particular, and to make this graduation day happen, Bridget Haney. This concludes the class of 2025A graduation ceremony. Thank you for helping us celebrate today.